I'm joined now by Wang Peng from Shanghai via Skype. He's an assistant research fellow at Fudan University's China Institute. We just heard Jim Spellman's story. The ICBM launch Friday flew longer than any other missile fired by the DPRK, some are saying. The co-director of the Global Security Program at the Union of Concerned Scientists say if the reports are correct, this missile could have reached Los Angeles, Denver, and Chicago. It's very disturbing news. What needs to happen to rein in the DPRK and this program?
DPRK, I think the king has used this opportunity to proceed to make promotion of his nuclear and especially the ballistic missile technology. And certainly it will threat more threats to the world, including Japan, South Korea, and America. However, in my view, those states above may receive different signals from Ms. King. For Donald Trump, I think he has learned how to utilize King as a very good tool, strategic tool to deploy, to promote the deployment of THAAD in South Korea. And for Japan, I think it may be a good news for Japan to use, for example, they can promote the constitutional amendment and to make more rearmament of the Japanese self-defense forces. So the action is unique, but the interpretations and the reactions of the DPRK's neighbors are different.
Well, you mentioned it, Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe saying this launch clearly shows the threat to our nation's safety, and it's severe and real. It's being reported the ROK in the U.S. considering a military response. Any concerns that this can just ratchet up until, you know, it's brinksmanship?
Yeah. Yes, we have learned the Japanese Prime Minister Abe's words, and as he repeatedly said that DPRK make it more and more deteriorating the threats to the security environment in Northeast Asia, as well as a threat to Japan's national security. However, we know that if the DPRK's missiles technology just reached the range to threat Japan, it may be a real threat to Tokyo. However, when the technology take more progress, take more advantages, and reach a long distance, including America, for example, Alaska or Los Angeles, cover all these cities, and then I think Abe will be released because the big brother, big boss, will take the risk and take more conduct to protect itself, protect America itself, including Japan and South Korea, its allies in Northeast Asia. And on the other hand, Japan can use this threat to legitimize its own conduct, for example, to rearmament, as I mentioned, the constitutional amendment, and so on.
How concerning is this for Beijing? You know, Beijing's been calling for some time for a lessening of tensions on the peninsula, wants a diplomatic solution. What can Beijing do at this stage?
I have to say, unfortunately, maybe there are a few cards available in Beijing's hands. Yes, as we have witnessed, the diplomatic protest this is the master conduct by Beijing and call for multilateral dialogues, making more. However, when you ask me, will Beijing make more strict sanctions? In my view, it is unwise for Beijing because now the sanctions made by Beijing on Pyongyang has reached the highest level in history. I mean, Beijing never did this before, but as I repeatedly emphasize that there's nothing can stop Kim, except war or the approaching and real threat of war. However, by contrast, sanctions does not matter. We have witnessed that during the past decades, America and other states make more and more sanctions on Pyongyang. However, it still promoted its nuclear as well as the ballistic missile technologies.
Wang Peng joining us from Shanghai. Thanks for your observations.